For years, we've heard about Lombok. It neighbors Bali, and so many people have said it's what Bali used to be like, quiet, untouched. But we wanted to see for ourselves what it was really like. First, we needed to figure out how to get there. From Bali, there's two options, taking a boat or plane. Flying is definitely the quickest and easiest if you're going to the south of the island especially, but at $150 a person, it's not cheap. But the flight itself is only 40 minutes. The cheapest way to get here is by public car ferry at $4 a person, but it takes about 6 hours and the schedule is not consistent. So we decided to try a happy medium and use a fast ferry. This costs about $64 per person and is a fairly comfortable boat with a breezy top deck and air conditioning below deck. From Padang Bai in Bali to Senggigi in Lombok, the ride is just under an hour and a half. We made the mistake of catching the ferry in Serangan near Sanur and then rode it to Nusa Penida, where we made not one but two stops, then to Nusa Lembongan next door for another stop, then back to Padang Bai in Bali, and then back across to Lombok. This took us about 5 hours on the boat. And then from there, the boat goes on to the Gili Islands, but we got off before that. I've found it difficult to find information online about where the boats travel to and from and routes. They seem to change a lot as well, so you might want to call the boat company directly to get the full picture. The company we went with is Eka Jaya, and they were super responsive on WhatsApp.
Here we are on the ferry on the way to Lombok. We make quite a few stops before we get there. I think this is a public ferry. We're at Padang Bai right now in Bali. We're stopping to get a few more people. But so far the boat has been great. It's air conditioned inside, which is nice. And they have a really nice deck up here. If you get kind of boat sick, it's a nice place to be. Just do bring sun protection because it's quite bright up here. And yeah, next stop is Lombok.
We stayed at the Sempiak Villas, which is about an hour and a half drive south of Senggigi. We easily found a driver at the port who was eager to bring us there. Quick tip, I usually look at Gojek to see what the taxi fare should be, and then I negotiate a price though. In this case, we paid a touch over the Gojek price and a bit lower than what he initially proposed. The roads in Lombok are big and fast compared to Bali, so it is fairly easy to get around. Even though it rained the whole afternoon on our way to the hotel, the beach was so beautiful when we got there. Selong Balanak Beach has been rated in the top 10 most beautiful beaches in Southeast Asia, and it is easy to see why. Sempiak Villas is the only hotel with direct access to the beach, which is one of the reasons we chose it. They have 16 houses, a few of which are close to the beach and others up the hill with beautiful views of the ocean. We stayed in one of the holiday houses close to the beach as we found it safer and more convenient for small children. They also have a shuttle service that will get you around if you don't feel like walking. Our little cottage had 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a small kitchen. It was perfect for our family. We also had a pool that we shared with 2 other houses. Sadly, we never used this pool as we were too busy at the beach. This beach has lovely gentle waves, making it the perfect place to learn to surf, or in our case, a boogie board. Our kids loved playing in the waves and riding boogie boards for the first time. We spent countless hours in the water and were all very tired and sunburned by the end of the day. One afternoon it was raining, so we went up the road to Plastic Kembali. As you may be aware, there is a real problem in Indonesia with plastic waste. Plastic Kembali is taking some of the plastic waste and making it into beautiful pieces of art. The kids loved seeing all the things the artists were making and even got to help do some weaving and make bracelets for themselves. It is really amazing what the artists have been able to create with materials that most of us consider to be trash. Definitely worth a visit. So back to our initial question. Is Lombok a quieter version of Bali or how Bali used to be? For us, it's hard to say. We really only saw one beach and the roads to get there. So yes, it is quieter and less crowded for sure from what we saw. But on our brief visit, It also felt very different culturally, as Lombok is predominantly Muslim and Bali is Hindu. There are mosques everywhere in Lombok, whereas in Bali we see more temples and ceremonies. We also found that people spoke less English in Lombok than Bali and took more interest in our blonde children. We had to keep an eye on our kids a lot more, as some locals kept trying to touch them and take photos with them without their consent. Overall, we loved our long weekend in Lombok and would love to come back to see more of the island. Maybe we'll head north next time. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.